So there's this huge question kind of hanging over Hollywood right now. Are we in the middle of a massive reset? It's a big deal with a lot of moving parts, so let's break down what's really going on.
For the last few years, especially when a big movie underperforms, this is the question you hear everywhere. It's been echoing through the halls of major studios as they try to figure out what's gone wrong. But what if they've been pointing the finger in the wrong direction this whole time?
You know, instead of looking inward at the movies themselves, the prevailing attitude for a long time seemed to be looking for excuses. The problem wasn't the product, you see. The problem was supposedly you, the audience. And what did these excuses sound like? Oh, I bet you've heard them all. First, it was Star Wars fatigue. Then it was superhero fatigue. We even got Pixar fatigue. And of course, there was the classic artistic defense of subverting expectations, which, let's be honest, often just felt like not giving people the movie they actually paid to see.
But right in the middle of all this industry jargon and blame shifting, one of Hollywood's biggest stars just cut right through all the noise. He said something so simple and so direct that it just blew up online and got everybody talking.
That star was Ryan Gosling, and while he was out promoting a film, he offered a completely different take on the whole thing. It wasn't about fatigue, it wasn't about subversion, it was about simple responsibility.
And there it is, short, simple, and, well, powerful. The reason this quote went so viral is because it completely flips the entire conversation on its head. He's saying, hey, it's not the audience's job to prop up an industry, it's the industry's job to make something so good that people want to support it.
What Gosling's words really did was give a voice to a basic business principle that, according to many, Hollywood had started to forget. It's all about a return to an audience-first philosophy.
So what does that actually mean? Well, it's pretty straightforward. It means you stop treating the audience like they're a problem to be solved and you start treating them like what they are, customers. It's the simple idea that if you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars, the goal should probably be to make something that people genuinely want to go see.
When you put these two mindsets side by side, the difference is just night and day. On one side, you have the old way, preaching at people, trying to be clever by subverting expectations, and then blaming the audience when it doesn't land. On the other side, you have the Gosling way. Please the customer, take responsibility, and get this, actually earn their time and their money. It's a complete 180 from the recent attitude.
But this whole idea isn't just about attitude. It goes deeper. It digs right into the nuts and bolts, the craft of how movies are actually made. It turns out how you make a film can be just as important as what the film is about.
And a perfect example of this is the whole debate around CGI versus practical effects. The argument is that one of these methods builds a much stronger connection with the viewer.
Think about it. When we're overloaded with CGI, our brains kind of know it's a computer effect and our imagination just stops. But with practical effects, we're talking real props, physical sets. It feels like we're watching a magic trick. It's visceral, it's real, and that creates a human connection that makes us ask, how did they do that? For decades.
And this quote right here gets to the heart of it. We don't just consume movies, we're fascinated by how they're made. Knowing that real artisans, real craftspeople built and painted and operated that thing on screen, well, it just creates a totally different level of appreciation and a stronger bond.
So all of this, the shift in thinking, the focus on craft, it all brings us right back to that big question we started with. Are we really watching a true reset in the way Hollywood thinks and operates?
Because really, at the end of the day, this isn't some radical new idea. Ryan Gosling just said out loud what any other successful business already knows. You have to serve your customer. It doesn't matter if you're selling hamburgers or movie tickets, the goal is to give people something they feel is valuable.
Okay, so let's just quickly sum up the key takeaways here. First, the responsibility for a movie's success lies with the studio, not the audience. Second, moviegoers are customers who need to be earned, not lectured. Third, the craft itself, how a movie is made, can build a much stronger connection. And finally, all of this together represents a huge shift away from the industry's recent past.
And that leaves us with the final, crucial question. This philosophy, it sounds simple, right? But it would require a massive cultural shift inside the industry. So the thought to leave you with is this. Are stars like Ryan Gosling a sign of a real, lasting change? Or is this just a passing trend? Is Hollywood truly ready to do the hard work it takes to earn its audience back?